They want us distracted. They want us divided. And they definitely don't want us noticing the patterns that make us spiral out of control.
When the culture war hits your community, political fights and sudden crises or unexpected cultural shifts, it's easy to think it's all random, but what if it isn't? If we don't actively align ourselves with our optimal potential, our ignorance, arrogance, and apathy will lead us to accept and even endorse our own demise.
Here are some things we think you should know when it comes to facing these high-tension situations.
Independent artists, we know you're juggling creative vision with self-promotion, financial risk, and constant uncertainty.
These topics apply to us more than most. There have been lots of pieces set in place to destroy freedom of expression from within. So where do we start? Just like in our new song, People of Defiance, we start by opening up our third eye.
The pineal plexus, aka the third eye plexus, has, like your two regular eyes, rods and cones for receiving light. However, this light is a different type of perception. We were talking the other day with a friend on how expanding your awareness comes with the admission that others are not.
Basically, when you're more aware, you can detect someone that's less aware. Think of a time that you've been in a grocery store, just shaking your head at those that have zero self-awareness, that make zero room for anyone to pass by them.
The third eye receives a more energetic light, also known as an etheric light, that allows us to see things outside the standard optical spectrum.
For example, I'm sure you've been vibed out by someone, or entered a situation where you could read the room. That's the intuitive experience that the third eye handles.
Igniting this intuitive center is something that can happen naturally, but also with our intention, acceleration of this natural ability can bridge our soul frequency to higher empathic senses, which comes in hand when navigating a social scene riddled with deception and vague ethical standards. Something I mentioned in our new single is they prey on you remaining unsure. Now, what exactly does that mean? We can go a number of different directions with that, and I'll talk about how this relates to the music services economy in just a minute. I think addressing this in an ethical format is something worth bringing attention to first.
Look at the medical industry, for example. We suffer from medications that don't work, prescribed for profit, to cure man-made diseases. If you find yourself thinking, why are things like this? And why are the ethics intentionally vague?
There's a myriad of psychological operations constantly waged against the public. The truth is, our enemy is not our neighbor, as certain media outlets would have you believe.
But the power of programming is designed to install fear.
And through fear, the state of free-flowing anxiety and hysteria has become so popular that people commonly involved in creative arts establish mental illness and victimhood as the backbone of their shared community values.
Groupthink.
We see so many scenarios of individuals with this clamoring behavior attack community members who have no difference in class status, just difference in opinion.
Wrongthink.
And when you let wrongthink dictate the rules, the ethics are intentionally vague. This is what I mean when I say they prey on you remaining unsure. It's sort of a double entendre, I guess. Like, they hope you're unsure in your decisions, but they also benefit from your indecisiveness.
Here are a few things that we like to stay alert to. Personal triggers, considering the source, systemic interference.
I also said that we'll touch on music business stuff a little bit, so let's get into quote-unquote opportunities. As we have our newest single out today, People of Defiance, obviously our comments and DMs have been filled up with the usual suspected opportunity spammers.
This is where the third eye intuition comes into play, and also knowing what your target goals are. Because not all opportunities are scams, but it is important to ask yourself, like we ask ourselves, what is the real return on a chosen investment?
Break this down real simple. Marketing your music is a must, but if you're only marketing for streams, it will only be money spent. We keep our heads turning about how to convert campaigns to sales. So for example, we've recently had a playlist offer that looks pretty promising for organic growth on Spotify.
Heard that before.
Getting streams alone won't pull in revenue. But if we set up a merch shop that's connected and we get traffic from the playlist that leads to the profile, we might be talking about an actual investment.
Look, it's all trial and error, and we've made many mistakes before.
But the ultimate goal is to see if you can create opportunities for yourself within these offers. Anyways, if you feel you resonated with this message, we'd love to have you join us for our music video premiere of People of Defiance, because this video is really what it's all about.
Link is in the description. Remember, open the third eye.
Survive the Psy-ops with your intuitive powers.
Do not fall for deceitful traps.